When a narcissist underestimates you, they make one of the biggest mistakes of their manipulative game. They think they've already won because they've spent so much time conditioning you, breaking you down, twisting your reality, and convincing you that you're powerless without them. They believe they know every button to push, every weakness to exploit. For a long time, they probably succeeded. They learned how to get under your skin, how to make you question your worth, and how to turn your empathy into a weapon against you. But something shifts when you've had enough, when you begin to see through the manipulation. That moment, when you start to reclaim your voice and your sense of self, is when a narcissist's downfall begins. They've built their entire illusion on the belief that you'll never fight back, that you'll always come running when they guilt trip you, that you'll cry harder, explain more, or beg for their approval. So when you don't, when you stay calm, grounded, and strategic, it completely disarms them. The narcissist underestimates not just your intelligence, but your resilience. They never expect the quiet strength that comes from someone who has been through hell and decided to rise. They assume their control over you is permanent because it has worked before through love bombing, silent treatment, or rage. But when you stop reacting, when you make your moves with clarity and purpose, filing for divorce, ending a business partnership, or simply walking away, they realize they've lost control. And that loss terrifies them. They throw tantrums, lash out, and double down on the manipulation. They might suddenly promise change or accuse you of being the villain. But all of it is a desperate attempt to pull you back into the chaos that feeds their ego. It's the emotional equivalent of a child screaming louder when their demands aren't met. They think if they cry long enough, you'll give in like before. But when you stand firm, when you no longer feed their need for control, the balance shifts. That's when the narcissist starts to fear you. Not because you become cruel, but because you're no longer under their spell. You become unpredictable to them. They can't use guilt, shame, or threats to move you. You've learned how to play their game better than they do. And you're using truth, logic, and composure as your weapons. You're no longer the victim. You've become their consequence. The narcissist underestimated the power of your clarity. They underestimated how much strength comes from reclaiming your life. They underestimated how unstoppable a person becomes when they finally understand that their purpose was never to be someone's supply. Once you reach that point, you're untouchable. They can rage, slander, or move on to someone else. But you remain steady, free, and in control. That's the real victory. Not revenge, not proving them wrong, but knowing that you've reclaimed your dignity, your boundaries, and your peace. Because when a narcissist underestimates you, they hand you the greatest power of all, the chance to rise above them and become the version of yourself they tried so hard to destroy.